Welcome back to March's Planning Mess. I just wanted to get on here real quick, show you an update I've done to my planning routine this week. Nothing major, but just a little tweak that I'm hoping will help with my planning process. So this is a Sterling ink N2 vertical, and it's kind of a unique planner because it's so small. Not a lot of people like the vertical layout, but I really do. So for this week, I've got other videos that go through this in detail if you're interested in more about what this is like, but here's my week in the monthly section. I just use this for keeping track of appointments and things. That is really more of what my planning style is. It's very functional. Okay, let's go to the weekly view. Again, I've got my appointments in vertical. I've got my weather charted in for the week, and I've got a couple sticky notes for these are recurring shots that I do, and so I just keep moving them to the next day after I have done them. So that's nothing super exciting here. Down here I do have a media log. It's something new I've started. I did not fill in yesterday or today, so I need to do that when I get off of this video. So once you finish all the weekly section, you get to the blank pages, and that's where I do to-do lists, and I've done them several different ways. Again, I go into detail in other videos, so we're just gonna flip through it here real quick. Basically 1 day per page, and then a monthly spread for habits and symptoms and things. I was not very good about keeping this one up for February. Okay, last 2 weeks of planning. So as you can see, I'm not taking up a ton of space per day. Basically, the space I take up is the actual chores or things that I do in my to-do list, and the way that I can accomplish that, because I'm the person that makes way too many plans for each day that I can never accomplish. The way I accomplish that is through sticky tabs. So you can see I've got all my things I've done the last couple days, and this is today, and I'm getting ready for bed, so I'll do anything else. But these are things I'm contemplating doing tomorrow. Probably won't keep up with all of it, but whatever I don't do, I'll just keep that sticky tab and move it over to the next day. So this was a lot of what my planning looked like, a lot of torn up sticky notes, because this size right here, it's a common size. I'm guessing it's like 1 inch by, or maybe 1.5 inches by 2 inches. I don't know. It's a very common size that you can get sticky notes in. And it's really a good width for 2 columns in here. So I have room for 6 per page, but I didn't want to break this up into 6 spaces. I didn't like the empty space. I'd rather have it all crammed together and extra space here that I can decorate with stickers or however I feel, or just leave it blank. So I have divided it up this way. So I was thinking, like, my Sunday is kind of my reset day, and I was really wanting to I keep forgetting, what things do I have to do? So I finally was like, I'm going to just take one of these and I'm going to fill it out. These are the things I do every Sunday, pretty much without fail. And so I was like, I need that. And I don't actually check them off of here. It's just a mental check. And when I do it, I write it down underneath Sunday. So I was like, I'm going to do that for this week. So I did. But all the other things have been piling up. Now this right here, this is because of the classes that I teach at my kids' school. And so this was kind of an overview of how to finish up this month's project and get into the next project. So this is not necessarily associated to a day of the week. I did some of them today, and I even wrote them down. I graded, and I collected the artwork the day before, so you can see they're checked off here, but they're actually put down in the days I did them. So I'm hoping to get these last 2 done, which is prepping for the next project that I want to hand out early so the kids can work on it. So I'm thinking I can get that done tomorrow, because tomorrow is kind of a day that I'm home and can get stuff done, like laundry, computer. It's a day that my trash recycling place is open, so I can take the trash. So anyway, just now as I was sitting there trying to move this little trash sticker, and I've moved it so many times it's barely sticky anymore, and I was like, you know what? I think I need a new system for this. So this is what I came up with. I'm going to move this because this is different. But I decided to just go ahead and do that for every day of the week. Now, as you can see, I don't have too many things that I like to do on these days of the week. It's not like my Sunday. In fact, Wednesday, I don't normally assign myself chores because I'm usually at my kids' school doing a hot lunch the whole day. So when I get home, I'm bushed and I don't, if I'll do stuff, but it's not like routine things I plan to do. So that I'm just going to do this for every day. So any things that carry over that are not, the things I'm writing on this little thing here are things that are recurrent and specific to that day. I will still have, these little partial lists that get carried over. Like say this is a project. Let's say I've missed this week. I will carry this over to the next week, or some other thing that comes up. But this will kind of be my guideline. These are my main things to get done today. And then the other things can go underneath it. So they're kind of stuck here. Once Sunday finishes, I'll move it over to here and I'll be ready for this week to go on. I'm curious to see how long that this will work for me, but I'm kind of excited about it. Again, saving me, the idea here is to not be writing things over and over and over, because typically I'll fill up Monday and I'll fill Monday out to here and I won't actually get it done Monday. And so the problem is, if I could just do the first things on the list, then, it wouldn't matter. I'd go through it in order. But no, I do some here, some here, some here, all over. And then there's these blank things with stuff checked off in between. And because it's not digital and it's like moving around by the things I've done and shuffling them off the list or putting them at the bottom, it makes it hard to read and keep up with. So anyway, it's a new way to work on this. I will, again, as I finish things, write it down. I've got Monday set up because it's always going to be there at the top of the list. You can see I've kind of done that for a couple of days. And like this is a recurring thing. These are payments for some trips at my daughter's school. And so I just did this one, even though it's not the 28th, I went ahead and made that payment. So now I can move this to 4 weeks later when my March 28 one will be due. And expense reports, I did those today, so I moved that one here. So I don't know. I love sticky notes. Post-it brand are the ones that I am very loyal to because they stick and restick very well and they don't curl. They might lift a little bit like this, but they don't curl up and want to come off the page like a lot of other brands do. I mean, Post-it doesn't always have the most creative things, but what they do well. So anyway, that's kind of some ideas on keeping your to-do list as simple as possible. Basically, I've gotten to the point where I'm just writing things twice instead of 3, 4, 5, 10 times, because tasks could be written down on every day of the week, this week, and even going on for things that I'm putting off and don't want to do. So this is just a way to kind of cut down on that and then have my end result be something that I think looks nice. Like, I really like how these look. This is stuff I actually did for the week and little places to decorate. And I'm not a huge decorator, but I do have a lot of these heavy planner stickers I want to kind of use up. And so they're fitting nicely into these spaces here. You can see like some weeks are busier than others, but I've done this for several weeks in a row now. Really like how it looks and trying to work on making things a little bit more aesthetic in my planner without sacrificing functionality. So hope this was helpful to you. Good luck with your planning and use those Post-it notes.